Okay, welcome back to the Memo. Thank you for tuning in. This is episode 14. It is, February 4th now? The day after the Super Bowl, or the Snooze Bowl. We can think of a bunch of different names for that game. I'm Richard Lyons. I'm here with Alex Musados, Matt Brodsky, as always, and we have our first ever guest, Mr. Igal Harari. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited to be on the Memo.
Do you have anything to say before we start off?
A
A little background about yourself.
little background. Come on.
What team do you like?
background. I'm a diehard Knicks fan, Islander fan, Jet fan, and that just is the formula for losing.
No baseball?
And Yankee
that's
fan.
telling.
Yeah, but Yankees are the Yankees.
All right. So today we're going to go over the Super Bowl for a little bit. Shouldn't take too much time because there's not much to say at all.
Nope.
Then we'll talk about the big trade that the Knicks had. That's really why we got Igal on here, huge Knicks fan, to go off on the Knicks for trading Kristaps Porzingis. And then at the end, if you see our board over here, our little draft board, we're going to draft our own all-star teams because the NBA All-Star Draft is this Thursday.
Yes.
Nice. So, yeah, we'll do that at the end, and we're going to start it off. The Super Bowl 53. You want to just not even talk about it and move on to the next? I mean, what do you want to say? It was a snooze fest from start to finish.
What do we think?
And it's funny because you guys were saying it would be a low-scoring game, but
Yeah,
you did not think it
we
would
were
be.
right about that.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you both said it would be low-scoring.
We didn't say it would be this low scoring.
I think you said
Definitely not.
24-16.
24-16, yeah.
Lowest scoring Super Bowl of all time, right?
Yep.
It must be.
Yeah.
16 points. God
It's so
damn.
bad.
Let's just get it out of the way. I was the only one who picked correctly.
That's true.
Sorry, guys.
That is true. You know,
Even for me.
it's funny
You
because
got the Rams?
I had the Rams, and I was like, they're going to win by 2 touchdowns.
It's funny because
The disrespect about Brady going on here, that needs to end.
Yeah, he really blew you away yesterday, didn't he?
Brady and Belichick.
Yep.
Belichick and Brady.
you know what I think? I think you need to start giving the players more credit because, you know, all that anyone talks about anymore is Bill Belichick and Sean McVay, what they do to make the team win. What about the players that go out there and actually do the stuff they're telling them to do?
Okay,
No one's giving – everyone's like,
their
look at what
job.
Bill Belichick did to the defense. Like, you know, he's been coaching the team the whole year, and they weren't playing that stellar. How about the players who've stepped up for once in the playoffs and had stellar games? Like, I'm not talking about you, by the way, so don't – think I'm attacking you.
You're addressing him directly.
I
Keep
was
going.
at first, but then I was like kind of branching off and just everything you hear. Like obviously, Bill Belichick gets all the credit, but I just think
I get that.
it's
I
time
get that.
to start
notion.
saying the players are actually executing.
You know,
The players get credit.
I was
I hear
talking
what you're saying.
I was doing
about
some
that, but
reading, and McVay actually, the Lions and Rams played in like week 11 or something, and the Lions played very well against them. They only let up like 14 points in the first 3 quarters or something like that, and the Rams obviously ended up winning by a decent amount, but they scored 14 points in the fourth quarter. And the whole game they played this like zone coverage, something that Goff is not really used to and doesn't play well against. And Belichick basically just replicated that exact game plan that Matt Patricia used, who's obviously the former defensive coordinator of the Patriots. And I just thought that was interesting. Like, all the talk has been about these coaches, and I mean, aside from Edelman, a lot to talk about him, but most of the talk has been about how well Belichick coached, and all the talk for the past few weeks about finding the next McVay and all that stuff. And he really he didn't adjust at all to that. And it's pretty amazing that he saw this exact look just a few weeks ago and got stifled by it again.
Yeah.
Well, and that's a good point. And I read about the Matt Patricia game plan, and it definitely did work. I'm sure Belichick got a lot from that. But in that Lions game, you had Gurley running for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That's true as well.
So there's an adjustment that you obviously have to make when you're getting a different type of defense like that they saw against New England. But when Gurley is being taken out of the game for whatever reason it's obviously a lot harder to make those adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not asking a lot to score more than 13 points.
I just don't understand why they didn't have Gurley playing. Like, why put in C.J. Anderson?
I really don't understand either.
He's hurt.
I understand that he's hurt.
No, he said he wasn't hurt.
He's going to say that. There was reports that he's got a bad knee.
He's
missed
clearly-
week 16 and
But
17.
still, you put him in for 10 carries. Like,
It's clear that he's not healthy, but if you're gonna play 15 snaps or whatever, like I think you are probably healthy enough to like gut it out.
Yes, especially in a Super Bowl
And
game,
yeah,
the
I
biggest game of
agree.
your
Either
career.
I don't know.
But he's
I-
obviously not, or else he would have.
I understand. I think if you're not gonna play like every snap that you possibly can, you should just not even suit up.
They have to come.
I don't
They have to
agree
come
with
out
that.
with something.
What's the? He didn't hurt the team. C.J. Anderson didn't
Also,
do
is he
shit either
choosing
way.
didn't
to
play
not
well.
go in the game? I'm sure they're just not putting it.
I don't
in
think
for
it's his
snaps.
fault. I mean, like, I just think the coach should make the decision. Like, go with one running back, go with the healthy running back, or don't go with him
Yeah,
at all.
at
Why?
that
It's been
point, it's not
working
even
for them.
it's not even like a decoy. He's not doing anything.
He is a decoy. He's Todd Gurley. When he's on the field, you have to account for him.
But
He's better
doing
than C.J.
nothing.
Anderson.
Just
If you had
hobbled
C.J.
up,
Anderson,
and they're barely using him, so it doesn't even matter.
It's the Super
both
Bowl.
running backs played bad. C.J. Anderson didn't do
The
anything
team
either.
played, the offense played bad. It's terrible.
I don't-
Everything
what-
was terrible.
It's not like
Patriots
it's not like
defense.
Gurley shouldn't have played. You
They
think Gurley shouldn't have
stepped
played?
up.
What would that have
I
accomplished?
think he should have played every snap.
He did what he could. He's obviously not healthy.
He did what he couldn't get out there for more than
Listen,
that.
If they're not
Why
giving
wouldn't
him
he?
the bulk of the snaps because they think he's not healthy enough, why are they even giving him the ball anyway? Because that's just
Limited
not
snap
the
count
best
with
thing
no-
for your team to give it to an injured player in the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
If he can't
Another
handle the
good point.
workload, don't
Everybody's
give it to him.
banged up.
Then
Is
why isn't
everyone
he
banged
playing
up?
the
Yeah.
full game?
Everyone else is playing.
Listen, he's
More
not the
snaps
like
than
I
him.
said this earlier. He's not the only guy to have been on like a snap counter or play limited snaps in a game. He's
Super
not
Bowl.
100% healthy. He's giving what he can.
It's your
Better than
team,
not
your
play-
team
It's
MVP.
okay.
I'm not blaming him. Also, it's more of the strategy of the team. I'm sure he wanted to play every snap.
If I'm
Yeah,
Sean
but they
McVay,
did
I'm
what they
sitting
could
down
do.
with Gurley and I'm saying, "Are you playing?" If he says yes, then I'm like, "All right, then I'm gonna fucking feed you the ball 30 times. You're my team MVP."
Okay, then he would have gotten hurt probably in like the second quarter. Would have been out for the rest of the game.
Why? Why is he playing at all if he
So-
would have gotten hurt?
Why would that even matter though? If he goes out in the second quarter, they gave the ball to him 15 times or was it
10
15?
times.
10 times. It wouldn't even matter.
What wouldn't
They
have
didn't
mattered?
use him.
10 times.
So
like
even if he got
30
hurt
more.
when they were trying to give him the workload, it's not like they used
You
him
want
anyway.
to but you don't know how the game's going to play out. You want to have him in the fourth quarter if you need him.
What did that do for him? They had him.
They
didn't do
stopped him.
anything.
The fucking defense stopped him. It's better than
Hey.
it was no point if he's able to give you 10 carries, let him give you 10 carries.
Yes, but like also
You're going
like,
to give
you don't-
those 10 carries to C.J. Anderson, he's going to do nothing either. At least give it to Gurley, see what he can do.
Why are you giving the ball to an injured player?
Because he's still Todd Gurley, and would it have been that surprising if he just broke off a 30-yard run? Like
Well, then
he's capable of doing that. They just stopped him. The defense has played well. He's on a limit. He's got limited snaps. It happens in football.
But you're still
He's
just
not-
assuming that he's
It's not the
that he
time
was
for
injured.
limited
Like
snaps.
It's better to be limited than to have him not play at all.
I just don't like
It's
it.
like, what are you easing him back into something? There's no like
Yeah, he's
limited
hurt.
snaps is something you do
If
when
he
you're
if
trying
he
to.
is
when you
gonna,
have an injured player.
in my opinion, if he's gonna go out there and risk getting hurt on any one play, go out there and go balls to the wall.
But then,
You
And
could
it's not
play,
like
you
he-
could play 15 snaps, but you can't play 30.
yeah, probably that's why that happens. It's the wear and tear on his knee.
Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
You think that? So what do you
It's like,
think?
oh,
happened?
we measured it out, and he's healthy enough to play 15 of them,
That's
but
exactly
at 16,
what happened.
no, we don't want to try it with 16.
There is a cutoff somewhere, I'd assume.
Stupid, in my opinion.
Okay, but it's about having him
McVay,
for the length of the
suspect-
game.
suspect
You don't want to burn him
performance.
on those early carries and then have him
Also,
get hurt
what-
in the
it's
first half, and you
for
don't have him in the
multiple-
second half.
For multiple games
You want to
now,
have
he's
him
Was
when
he
you
playing
need,
more
you wanna
towards the
have
end?
him when you need him.
Was he playing more towards the
didn't
end?
though.
I don't know.
I don't think he
Should've
was.
just not
I don't
played in
think
the
he
playoffs.
was.
I didn't notice
Okay,
that.
well, it's a combination of him not being healthy and the defense stopped him. Like it's the other option is him not playing, and that would not have been better.
If he's not healthy enough to play a full game, I don't think he should be in the game.
There's no
People
limiting.
play not healthy all the time.
Why isn't he should be getting fed the rock. He's their best player.
And especially in the last game of
If
the
you're
year.
going to choose to play injured,
So you think McVay just like fucked up like handling him?
I think he
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, it's
He just-
very possible.
He obviously knows the situation way better than we do. He knows what Gurley was capable of giving him.
I think
Which was nothing.
if Gurley
gave
was
15
capable
carries.
of giving 15 snaps, then he should have just played the whole game.
Okay, I don't know how you can't like understand the fact that
I
he's
understand
on a
it.
limited snap count. Like you don't want to wear him out early. You want to have him for the
They
course
weren't
of the
playing
They
game.
didn't
him
even
more
play him
late in the
second half
game.
as much as in the second half as they did in the first.
Well, they probably realize that he's got nothing.
But
They
how
both
tried it.
they didn't realize
10
that.
carries? How can you judge
Because he
that?
had 35.
And also, they didn't
fucking
realize
yards.
that in the full 2 weeks of practice beforehand.
Exactly. Yeah.
See what he can give you. He gave you nothing.
Not
Okay,
even
you
just
stopped.
the 2 weeks of practice, even the game.
What
the game
do
The
you-
game
what did
before,
you
CJ
want to have
Anderson
happen?
was-
You wanted him to obviously
I think
play
if he was
better.
healthy enough to play 15 snaps, then he should have just played the whole game.
But okay. But what looks like it happened is they gave it to him early. Realized he couldn't go. He wasn't healthy enough. He wasn't getting any production.
He was active for the
gave
game. He
away
was
from
healthy
him.
enough to be active.
Not when he's literally on the field. Maybe it fucking hurt him. Maybe he did get banged up and they had to stop using him.
They didn't. That's
Or
not what happened.
They didn't give him the carries that they intended to give him because he's hurt.
It's been the same game script every week for him.
But then it still
For the
wouldn't.
pa-
It
past-
just still doesn't make sense to me to just give the ball to an injured player that you know will not give you the best option to gain yards.
An injured
it-
Todd
it-
Gurley
it-
is better than CJ.
That's what I'm
Anderson.
saying. But you don't
But
want
if
to have
he's
him
that
fucking tear
injured
his
that he's
ACL on
not
the
playing,
field.
Is that what the injury is?
Who
Why-
knows what it is? We don't know what it is. I'm saying
We don't even know
they
if there was an
obviously-
injury either.
But they obviously know the situation and they're handling it how probably any other team would handle it. A banged up Todd Gurley. He can't give you every single snap.
I think it's very telling that this is the most discussed part of the game.
It is. I mean, that is like the biggest story. They scored 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything else you want to say about the Super Bowl?
Disappointing by McVay and the whole Rams team.
Disappointing overall.
No,
I mean,
the offense, defense played.
congrats to the
Yeah.
Pats. Not really, but 6-3. It's like
Yeah.
it doesn't even feel like it happened.
Nothing happened.
Exactly. It's
It's
like
just
the
like-
same outcome every year.
So
You're right.
anticlimactic.
The defense did play well.
The whole game, just nothing happened. Anytime it looked like something might get going, it
Like
was
down
in-
on like the other on
Yeah.
the other side.
Yeah.
What was it?
40-yard
One
line, like-
snap in
and
the
then
red
they
zone.
would just punt.
Yeah. it's
Honestly, like being completely honest, I enjoyed the game, but we love football. For the average fan,
for the average fan, like it's all about offense. Like,
Yeah.
that's what they want to see. They
Yeah,
want to
no,
see
it's
the points
true.
rack up, you know. And
Yeah,
this was just a defensive showdown. Like
Yeah.
they just not
And compare-
on Twitter. Everyone was just saying like, "Oh, what a boring game!" Like,
Right.
not even gonna watch it. I'm turning this shit off. Like,
And compared to
it's a-
compared
yeah.
to some Super Bowls
Like-
we've seen in the past 10, 15 years, it
Yeah.
does not.
Was
even
So
compare.
what you want, I guess, what I at least determine like what a good game is or a compelling game is just not knowing like the result until the end, like having the game be up in the air, like
Yeah, I mean,
and either
3-3.
team had a chance to win. Yeah, like you don't know who's gonna win. It's not a blowout. Like as long as it's not a blowout, I'll be into it.
3-3 down to the fourth quarter. I mean,
Yeah, but then once Goff threw the pick, it was over.
Over.
So that kind of killed the suspense at the end. It was very anticlimactic to finish.
very.
Yeah.
They
Once-
just kicked a field goal, went up 10.
Yeah, once they had the ball and like you just looked at the time and it wasn't matching up, you're just like, well, the game's over. So it was just kind of boring.
And on top of all that, the halftime show sucked too.
Yeah.
And they disrespected
Terrible.
everyone by teasing us with SpongeBob.
No, didn't they give us like a little
Shut
5-second?
the fucking SpongeBob. That
Adam-
should not have been involved at all.
Would have been better than the entire
Why was
halftime
it
show.
involved at all?
'Cause
Why
he died.
was it involved? Oh, the guy died.
The creator of
Oh,
SpongeBob
right,
died.
right.
Interesting now that you say that.
Adam
There was a
Levine.
petition.
R.I.P.
There was a petition that had 1 million signatures for them to do it.
And they still didn't do it.
They did. They
still
literally
didn't do
showed
it.
Only a mill?
SpongeBob's face.
Only a mill?
Adam Levine
that's a
should
lot,
never
though, for
perform
that.
at
And
any
also,
concert
nobody will
ever
watch.
again.
Let me just say something. Travis Scott only getting like 5 seconds.
Saying like a
He was
verse and a
actually
half.
He did
Yeah,
sicko
like-
mode.
I thought he was doing a set.
But like they
So
started
did
out
I.
with
That was bullshit.
Yeah.
and didn't they just go on a Drake song right after Sicko Mode? And I was like, is he?
That
not
was
even
sicko mode.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
Drake's
did you expect him to have more of a role? I mean, he wasn't the headlining artist.
One song.
You know what they do. What happened? Didn't Bruno Mars and Beyonce come out
They
for
all
one
split
song?
it.
Did they split it? I
Yeah.
thought they just sang Uptown Funk and the Coldplay guy was awkwardly.
It was kind of
singing it.
cool when
Like they
Adam
had more
Levine
than
was
a
playing
verse.
guitar while Travis was doing sicko mode. But Adam Levine is the worst performer I've ever laid my eyes
Yeah.
on.
I thought he
But-
was a good singer.
But honestly, I
His
liked how
voice
they
was
played a lot of their
horrible.
classics. That's the only good thing.
Now,
that
they
I
have
can
some
say.
good songs.
They do have good songs in their
She
classics.
Will Be
They played
Loved.
them.
Girls Like You is the worst
Hey.
song I've ever heard.
Yeah, but
This
hey,
Love?
Good song.
Prime.
I was singing.
Alright.
I was singing.
So,
So-
a Sunday of terribleness.
Big Boy killed
You
it.
guys
though.
eat
Start
any-
to finish. The commercials were bad too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a single
I
good
didn't
one.
laugh.
Even the trailers for the movies were all pretty bad.
Yeah. The only commercial that I liked was that Burger King commercial where that guy was just eating his burger and put some ketchup and like just nothing happened. I was like, what the
Oh, I
fuck
saw.
is
And he had
going
he had a
on?
mustache, right?
Yeah, it was, I was like, yo, what's going on right now? Was it?
I don't know who that is.
I
He's
did
a
not know
artist.
that. I'll
I
be
did not know
completely
that.
honest.
Was that the picture that I said was you?
Yeah, that was Andy Warhol.
Oh wow! Thank you for the compliment.
Is
Matt.
he alive?
Clearly, he's
guess so.
alive.
I thought he
No,
was
he's
alive.
not.
You never
Nah.
know. You never know with these holograms.
Yeah, he was alive. Like,
It was taken
way
from a
long ago.
1982 film.
Sorry. Sorry.
When did he die?
I think it said.
Late.
1 second. Andy Warhol,
Um.
1987.
He died in '87.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh,
Long
they
time
filmed him dying.
No, it was filmed in '82.
Well,
It's close enough.
it says a lot about the Super Bowl when we're discussing Andy Warhol's death.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess on to the next one when the.
you Patriot fans.
Yep.
I don't know how you can even.
Do you even care? Yeah. Do you even care?
Darnold taking over.
Yeah. just-
4, 5, 6, whatever.
There's
Watch
no
out
way.
for the
There's no
Darnold.
way it gets that old.
yeah.
I've never experienced a team of mine
It-
win a championship.
It's probably so.
But, like,
it's
after-
probably just so nerve wracking still when you go into the game, and then when you have the satisfaction, like, oh, no one can shit on me now.
Yo, every
imagine it being that exciting.
every single year, I've always doubted Brady. Every single year after the Super Bowl, I'm done doubting him.
Everyone says that
He's in
every
it every-
year, and then
Yeah,
he'll throw a
no,
pick in
no,
week
no.
11.
Every,
and
we
after
all-
every Super Bowl, I
Did
was
you
like,
did you
he's
pick
done.
Did you pick the Pats at first to go to the Super Bowl?
No, and I picked them to lose like
Oh, you
3
picked
other
the
times.
Chargers. right? Yeah.
You picked Chargers, Chiefs, and Rams, right?
No, I picked the Pats over the Chiefs,
I think I did.
but then I picked the Rams.
I turned my mic off by accident. I flicked it back on. Is that going to matter?
No, it's back
I
on.
turned the switch on and off.
A little technical
No,
difficulty.
you're fine.
Like
you're fine.
quick.
Yeah, I just like I put it down and the holder
No,
flicked
you're
it
fine.
off.
You're fine.
Let me just make sure.
Yeah, no, I picked Chargers, I picked Chiefs, I picked Rams. And you know what? I'll do it again next year.
Okay.
All right,
So
so
you'll be right eventually.
That's all
Oh.
I need. That's all I need.
you guys ready to move on?
Yes.
Yep.
Matt, you want to just talking to the mic real quick, just be safe.
Yes, hello.
All right, you're good. All right,
It wasn't
so
even-
we'll move on to the big news of the week, and there's potentially more coming if what we talked about last week
Yeah.
actually happens. But we'll talk about what actually happened for now with Kristaps Porzingis, and we're supposed to have a caller. What's the deal with that? Are we going to do that first, or you want to?
Well, let's set the table. I
All
told
right.
them to get ready in like a minute or two.
All right,
All right,
so
you got the plates.
So Kristaps Porzingis is traded to the Dallas Mavericks for Dennis Smith Jr., DeAndre Jordan, and Wesley Matthews.
And two future.
And they
first
also
rounders.
sent Hardaway and anyone else.
Trey Burke, Courtney
Courtney
Lee.
Lee.
And Porzingis,
All right.
obviously.
So
It kind of came up out of nowhere. Definitely caught a lot of people off guard. That's kind of what my friend was going to be talking about right now. And I know a lot of Knicks fans are, on the fence. Don't really know how to think about the trade because it was so
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
It remains to be seen.
Yeah,
I think.
exactly. You can't assess the trade yet when you don't know what's going to happen this offseason. Like, it's still very up in
Right.
the air.
If they sign 2 superstars,
It's a great trade,
and
but
they
if
have
you
all
don't get
these-
anyone, then yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Well, they
take
did set themselves up with a lot of draft capital.
It-
They have these young
Yes,
guys.
you have
so
a lot of
it-
draft.
At the very least, what I like is they can go into the offseason, they can strike out, and they can still have a young core.
Yes, and you also brought Dennis Smith Jr., which I think he's a good player. I think he needs to have the ball in his hands. Once Luka came on the Mavericks, like that took the ball out of his hands a lot. So,
Right.
and he had a really good rookie year.
But
so,
what does concern me is, yes, he does play best when he has the ball in his hands, but you want to see him be able to adapt to
Who is
a
this?
new player coming, Dennis Smith.
yeah, especially if you're gonna be signing free agents or drafting a guy like Zion.
Right.
If you get the first overall pick, and having Knox and having just the other young guys on the team.
yeah, I mean, but like all these guys are so young, and they're gonna be able to like mesh together.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, that's.
No, I
that's
like
what we're
the
looking at. And
I
I
like
think Fizdale is the guy to do that.
I
He's
agree
a
with that.
player's coach.
for sure.
So
He does get the Knicks suck, but he gets the most out of these guys. Like they try.
every night. You see them hustling, working, and
Yeah.
But honestly,
Now they have Knox, they have Dennis Smith, they have Mitch. Like, please God, Frank, become something.
I'll say I really hope they trade him by this deadline.
Oh, if they can get someone to take him, by
Frank
all means.
Ntilikina?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Isn't he
listen,
rendered useless now?
within your first 2 years, if you're not showing anything, like I understand you're a project, but like you're just not showing any progress. Come on, like
I agree.
defensively, great. That's what the Knicks need, but like.
But we knew he was going to be a project. It's 2 seasons. Like,
I know, but
it's nothing.
I'm sorry to say it, but as Knicks fans, we're impatient. Like
That's
we're-
not a good
Like the
thing.
last
and it's not
franchise
and
that
it's-
should be.
I agree,
impatient.
it's not a good thing, but like Knox, he's coming at 17 points at like.
He was a way better prospect than Frank.
All right, we're
Yes.
getting a little sidetracked. Here.
Yeah,
let's
go back
let's-
to the Porzingis
Yeah,
trade.
and then
Well,
we'll
what-
address
what
the
I
whole
was
Knicks
saying-
situation after.
What I was saying
Go
is
ahead.
they have these 4 young players. Frank, we don't even have to count him. 3 young players, and they have 7 draft picks in the next 5 years. They can flip that into a superstar, I think.
Easily.
Hopefully, so they signed 2, flip that into a third, and then you got a title contender.
I'll say it here
Sure.
first. Kevin Durant to the Knicks.
I've said it
You were not the
before
first
everyone.
to say that.
Hey,
I just
everyone
wanna
was
say-
doubting me like however long ago.
I just want to say, since I always have to relate everything back to one thing, it's similar to the D'Angelo Russell trade. You shed.
Kid can't go.
I literally
Dirty.
just said I'm gonna talk about the Lakers, and you're surprised that I brought it up. It's the same thing.
No one's
You shed
surprised.
cap space, and you're looking to sign a superstar. That happened for the Lakers. D'Angelo Russell's playing great right now, so it doesn't
Russell
matter.
was-
You got LeBron, you got Kuzma. Who
Russell was
might be
way-
flipped for Anthony Davis now.
Russell was way less established than Porzingis.
That's what I was gonna say. After the thing is, Porzingis at this point has shown way more, and I think the Knicks honestly got less at this point. I feel like
what did the Lakers
I
get
mean,
for Russell?
they.
You counting the
Brook
LeBron
Lopez?
signing?
I mean, I feel like you could have gotten someone better than Dennis Smith Jr. Honestly, it was all about the cap space in
With
the
the-
end.
Yeah, which was
he's
the
a
same
very
thing as the
exciting
Lakers
prospect.
trade.
He is
They got
exciting, but they
Kuzma.
also really just wanted to dump those 2 contracts. Courtney Lee was untradeable, and you got him in a
That's
trade.
what I'm saying. It's
So
about
was
the
you
Tim
cap
had to
Hardaway.
attach a
space.
first rounder just to get him out.
Tim
And,
Hardaway.
instead of doing that, like,
He was a
you gotta
casualty
t-
of the bad contract.
Yeah,
But like what I'm saying is,
He's a
you,
cap casualty,
You
which is-
attached him to someone that didn't want to play with you and has a torn ACL,
I agree with that.
and you now don't have to sign him to a 5-year extension or whatever that they were going to do this summer, and
The Knicks-
put all your money into a guy who's injured. You don't
Yeah.
know what he's going to come out next season.
No,
He's not playing this year.
no,
You don't know what you're getting with him.
and if anybody knows what's going on with his knee, it's the Knicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just relating the trades because, like you said when we first started talking about it, you can't judge it until this summer when we see what happens. Really,
Yeah,
that's how that's what the
Lot of
trade
it-
was for. Is for the space.
a lot of
Worked out
ifs.
for- worked
A
out
lot
for
of
the
ifs.
Well, let's see what some Knicks fans think. We have a fan calling in, fan of the show. My
Egal
friend,
doesn't count.
my good friend Alex Rafa. 2 fans of the show have spoken about the Knicks, and we're gonna give Rafa a call now. I know he had a lot to get off his chest about this Porzingis trade, so let's see what he's got to say. I hope my phone doesn't die mid-call.
Want me to write down
Yo.
this number?
Rafa,
Are we live?
we are live, man. Welcome back. Good to hear from
What's
you.
going on? It's good to be back.
All right, man. We want to know, as a Knicks fan, as a diehard Knicks fan that you are, take us through your thoughts after you saw the news of Kristaps Porzingis to Dallas.
Yep. So last Thursday, as most Knicks fans were, got the text, saw the news breaking. Obviously, pretty shitty to learn that pretty much the only positive thing about your franchise recently got traded. So off the bat, took it pretty hard, but I wanted to kind of revisit a little bit about what happened because obviously, as things were breaking, we got some early reports of KP being disgruntled. I didn't really take it seriously. I don't know many people that did. Then the next thing you know, he's off the team.
Literally
since then,
5
there's
minutes
been,
later.
Yeah.
some news to
Within the
break.
hour.
What's that?
That was within the hour, too.
Within the hour, exactly. So Since then, there's been some more comments that have come out. Obviously, we've seen KP's Instagram posts, but then also Steve Mills gave a pretty lengthy interview about that whole process. So definitely want to dive into that a little bit today.
Okay, definitely. I mean, yeah, one of the things that I had always had against Porzingis, and I always thought that he was just kind of just like a prima donna who felt so entitled since the day he got to New York. Walked around like he was like this guy with multiple championships, the heir to the
because that's
throne.
how we made him feel. We made him feel like he was like the literal king of New York.
Doesn't matter.
But you gotta be more
I
humble
agree.
than that.
I mean, he's had a little diva in him from the beginning, from his rookie year, skipping the interview,
Skipping exit
and then
meeting.
this
What are you
year
doing?
when the coach says he hasn't started running yet, and then
he
instead
posts
of
that
contacting
picture.
the coach, he posts a video of him running just to spite him.
He's a bitch.
Instead, I mean, he's had somewhat
He's
of
clearly
issues.
immature. He just moped around for not more than 3 full. Is it? How many years has he been in this? 3 or 4?
I think he's
This
played
is fourth
2.5
year.
This is his 4th year. Got injured.
Good. Anyway, for
This is his
however
6th.
however many seasons he has, he just kind of moped around for his whole career. Acted like he was hot shit, like he's won NBA championships before, and he really hasn't done shit. He played 48 games last season, and he played great, and he made his first All-Star team. But that's not what gets the bills paid in this league. So I don't care for this. I don't care for his attitude at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly kind of happy he's gone. Rafa, taking a look at the haul that Dallas gave us in return, I mean, what do you think? You think that we could have got more, or is that something that you expected as a package deal?
I initially seeing the offer, when all of a sudden DeAndre Jordan is on your team, you're like, what exactly happened here? So, just looking at the offer, I think some of the comments that Mills made in that interview, started with that exit interview. They eventually had to prepare just in case he told them that he wasn't going to re-sign. That's exactly what happened. And they zeroed in on the offer, and it ended up being a former first-round pick who they had kind of flirted with taking before Frank, in Dennis Smith Jr. They dumped about $50 million in salaries, so freed up enough money to sign 2 max free agents and then 2 future first-rounders. So when you look at the deal, I don't think it's about looking at the names that you got in return. I think it's about what the position that you put your team in. And I'd say a former first-round pick, the ability to sign 2 max free agents and a couple first-rounders is a pretty good haul for a 7-footer coming off an ACL.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about before we called you in there. The deal, it's so much more of at the future, like the future and potential and what we can get in return. Just giving you the opportunity to put yourself in a position to make that big leap.
Yeah.
Anyone have anything to add?
Now it's on the Knicks. It's on the Knicks. It's on their front office. It's on ownership to recruit 2 big names. We don't want. I mean, speaking for myself, I don't want a Jimmy Butler and a Kemba Walker. I don't want Chris Middleton. I don't want any of these middling free agents. I want Kevin Durant and I want Kyrie Irving, or I want Kawhi Leonard. I don't think Kawhi Leonard's going to come to the team. I want KD and I want Kyrie. And if that doesn't happen, or at least one of them two, one of the two, if we don't get one of the two, I'm going to be fairly upset.
And I do think they're confident that they think they will get one of these big
I
stars.
hope they're tampering. I don't give a fuck.
I know some people are high on him. I don't really think they care that much about Smith Jr. I don't think he's there. They weren't like, oh, let's go get him.
They're all
It's
trade
all
chips.
about. It's all about just. It was the cap space. If they sign Kyrie and Durant, they'll throw him. They'll throw him away.
They
don't
got
care.
Dennis Smith on his rookie deal too.
Yeah, it's basically this is like a tryout.
Yep.
If he's good, he's good. And if they sign 2 star free agents, he's gone probably.
Yeah, especially if they sign a star point guard, then he's.
And then nobody would care anyway. So.
Yeah. So Kyrie and KD, that's who we're looking at. Rafa, what do you think? Before we let you go, is KD coming to New York?
You know what? I'm thinking the only way to really truly evaluate this trade is on those names. It's on KD or Kyrie. We've seen the recruiting efforts already start. Kyrie's first game in MSG since KP got traded. Those chants broke out. It's going to be a very interesting offseason with a lot of big names moving, but I do think that ultimately with the money that they freed up, they'll land one of those guys.
I hope so.
We can only hope. All right,
I
man.
hope so too, man.
Well, we'll sit around. We'll wait. That's the Knicks report by our good friend Rafa.
Thanks,
All right, man.
Thanks for
Thanks,
joining
Take
us.
care.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Yeah, it's
Big fan of the show. He
gonna be
actually listens every
very,
week.
very
Well, I met
interesting
him.
summer.
Yeah, he was
And-
at SantaCon at the apartment that one time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's got like a beard, short guy.
It's gonna be
Looks like an Italian soccer
Oh,
player.
yeah, I remember him.
crazy summer for sure come July. And I want to just read this to you guys. We were talking last week about Anthony Davis, and today it's been a pretty hot topic too. We're gonna talk about it for like a second. Woj, who everyone says is like the basketball Jesus and knows everything. He tweeted, Danny Ainge has encouraged the Pelicans to wait until the offseason to negotiate with the Celtics. Boston, Danny Ainge has convinced the Pelicans. How this guy has all this pull with everyone, I don't know. He schemes everyone
Because
every
he,
year.
he's,
negotiator.
he's dangling
I know.
Jason Tatum's
Yeah,
name
he's
in
just
said,
there.
saying we'll
Boston-
give you better deal.
Boston-
than we
Yo.
can.
But
I would rather have Brandon Ingram than Jason Tatum.
Yeah, he's better.
But
That's-
like
that's
it
a
ju- it
really-
still,
that's-
but that doesn't make
I
any
might-
sense
I
to me
might want
because Davis has publicly said like I'm not going to sign long term with them. So why are you going to give up all your future for this
Look,
guy
wait,
who
let
doesn't
me-
want to play? And Kyrie now
For
is,
one season, you win
Let
the
me-
chip. That's it.
but now Kyrie's not going to come back. I don't think so.
Maybe
Listen.
if they get Anthony Davis,
Listen,
he
Wait,
might.
listen.
It went from I plan on re-signing with Kyrie to
You never know with that guy.
to I don't know anyone shit.
Wait, so
Talking
Yeah,
about,
Kyrie's
man.
out of his mind.
I think he's
And
out.
then I saw him going
think
with
he's out,
Steve
too.
Mills up to the box office at MSG.
Oh,
That's a thing.
the
no.
the rest of the tweet, you gotta listen to the rest of the tweet because it's kind of about what you just said. Boston remains determined to try and partner Davis with Irving for long term, but plans to pursue Davis regardless of Irving's free agency plans. So even if he leaves, they're still going to go after him. Basically, they're saying he's lying to the Pelicans owner is what he's doing.
Yeah,
He's telling him to wait because they don't know if they're going to keep Kyrie, but he just wants to be able to be in the mix for AD.
The Pelicans are such a joke.
I just
Yeah, who is this?
What do you guys think?
If that offer is real, that the Lakers offered them, Ingram,
Kuzma,
Lonzo,
Lonzo,
Rondo,
2 first rounders.
2 first rounders,
Honestly,
Beasley.
my
and you're not
surprise.
gonna take it?
I would
jump on it
salivate at
instantly.
that.
And
My-
getting
what
Solomon
I'm
Hill off
surprised
the
about with
books?
that isn't even the three young guys. I'm a little surprised they're offering up all three, but it's probably what it's going to take. I'm surprised Rondo's in there. You don't want Rondo? I mean, like I guess that's
course
what
you
it
want
takes.
Rondo.
But what is Caruso going to start? There's
Listen,
no other point guard
LeBron
on the
and
team.
AD. That's
LeBron
all
and
you
AD would
need,
take the
man.
ball up.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I
that's
guess.
all you need,
I don't
man.
want to keep Hart. Throw him in. Get him out.
And then
don't want to
Lonzo's-
keep Hart?
Hart is worthless.
Dude, he's been playing so bad.
Really?
Yeah.
He sucks.
That is
Him?
pretty good.
It's because he
No,
played
he's
the
not
summer league.
Yeah. He's not a great defender. His shot's been off. I mean, he could just be in a
Played in the
slump.
summer league. He's a veteran.
But speaking
and
of
Kuzma
drama,
Just wanted to
queens,
drop
Lonzo
25
Ball.
Yeah, Lonzo's trying to get traded to the Knicks.
Dude,
the Suns
the
or
shit
anything?
with Phoenix?
Yeah, I don't get
Why does
that.
he want to? Is
Can
it
somebody
a big
explain
market?
that to me? I mean, it's like a
I mean,
major
there's, like,
city
young-
in the country. I
I mean,
guess.
So
they
that's
have
why they
young-
don't want to
good
be in
young
a
guys.
small
Ayton,
market.
Booker.
It's pretty big.
New Orleans is literally
It's a
the
decently
smallest
big city.
market.
How is that possible?
I saw a list. and
It's a
just had
tiny
them.
city.
It's so small.
It's
it's
like
like
the French Quarter. That's it.
It's like popping though.
It's popping
Mardi
for
Gras.
alcoholics.
Yeah. All right.
That's
So-
weird though, man. He's requesting Phoenix.
Yeah, that is
Wants
weird.
to get paired with Ayton and Booker.
That team
That'd be
is.
a good
That
team.
team is. We've been hearing that for years with this team.
They've been
You
rebuilding
love
since
them.
95.
I like them. I'm done though. I'm done with them.
I think they're going to be like the
Off their back.
76ers.
Josh
like,
Jackson
where
is terrible.
It's like a very
it?
slow
That guy?
rebuild. He's awful.
He's bad,
He's
dude.
awful.
All right, we'll
like-
see.
I like
Yeah.
Aiden, but
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
an entertaining. Was it 3 days left?
Yeah, I think
And
I
then-
think some big blockbuster trades will happen.
Ingram or Tatum? That's a really good question. They're
I
like
think
the same player.
Ingram's got him on D, but Tatum has the better
They're
3.
very similar.
But I think Ingram's 3 can still develop.
Yeah.
Ingram seems to be a little more of a playmaker.
Pau Gasol is still in the league.
Yeah, he's on the Spurs.
My God.
He's a
He has
king.
Fully
The
has
Lakers should
gray
get him
hair.
back.
He looks like he's
Isn't Mark
50
getting
years old.
traded?
Who?
Marc Gasol? Or don't they want to trade him?
Yeah.
They're shopping him and Conley.
Good.
Yeah. Does anyone even want that? Maybe Conley.
Yeah, I would take Conley.
Who do you think could go after Conley?
Who needs a point guard? The Bucks.
Don't they have Bledsoe? Isn't he an
okay.
all-star?
Let me talk to me about Bledsoe.
Is he an all-star?
No, he's not a fucking
I
all-star.
thought I saw he was almost one. Maybe he was like close to being an
fat.
all-star. I don't know. All right, so the
Spurs.
the deadline, the last day of the deadline is the same day as the
Spurs could use that
draft, isn't it?
Yeah.
Supposedly, the Jazz were going for him.
Yeah, it was like a Ricky Rubio,
Yeah.
Mike Conley swap, and I was like,
They've been playing
okay.
really well.
What the fuck? Utah,
Yeah,
your squad.
love
But
Utah.
then what are you gonna do with Mitchell?
He's a
What do you
shooting
mean?
guard.
He's a shooting guard.
Yep.
But the last day of the trade deadline
Jacob.
is it not the same day as the All-Star draft?
I am not sure.
The 7th, right?
We should.
We have a casualty on camera. Jewel to the eye.
Literally in my eyeball. Oh.
All right. We're gonna take 5 before we go into the draft for Matt to fix his eye. All right, we're back. Matt's okay.
Nice, Jacob.
He kept his eye.
Oh my
Unfortunately.
God. That was rough.
Would have been nice
I'll
content.
never
but-
forgive you for that.
So it's time.
I saw you throw the bow.
Draft
I
time.
saw you throw the bow.
It is time for the first annual Memo NBA All-Star Draft. Team Alex and Matt, a.k.a. Team Giannis, against Team Richard and Igal, a.k.a. Team LeBron. As you see, we've already written in the names of our 2 captains here. So in the real draft, Team LeBron goes first, which means me and Igal are up. So,
see
Igal.
Tough decision here.
I'm pretty sure this is the easiest pick of the draft.
Yeah, we were talking about this before the game,
Ah.
before the draft, earlier before the show. And, you just want to bring back that stifling long-arm defense with these 2 guys that we saw at the end of the All-Star game last year.
Middleton first overall.
And Igal, go ahead and write him in.
Is this going to be Kevin Durant?
This is going to be
announced it.
Mr. Kevin Durant teaming up again with LeBron James. Nice little preview of
Wow.
the 2019-2020 season.
Looks disgusting. Not your handwriting.
I
the
can't-
fact that
can't
it's
wait
two,
for Matt to write
two
anything.
abbreviations. I'm doing
Yeah,
full
lefty.
names. First, middle, last.
Come on. You want me to write
Same.
Kevin Durant out?
No,
No,
it's
don't
fine.
listen to Matt.
I can't even do it.
Says a lot about that team that that's what they're doing. Okay, Kevin Durant
Off the board.
I think we got an easy choice here, right?
I think so too.
We going with
Yeah.
the MVP of the league.
Yeah, we're going with the best player in the NBA right now.
Pretty easy choice.
Hottest, one of the hottest players of all time.
Got a nice nod from Kobe today.
Yeah, a lot of praise. Also said that he would never win a championship.
We had weird quotes. It was, but we're gonna go James Harden, pair him up with Giannis. It's an interesting combination there.
Love to see it. Probably will happen.
James Harden, yeah, I would think that that's safe. We were honestly gonna go somebody else, but the idea of letting you guys have Durant, LeBron, and Harden was not an option.
A little bit of a defensive pick.
Yeah,
All right, so you go. That was not a big detriment to the plans. I don't think he was ever on our radar.
oh yeah, just didn't feel like picking them.
No. We thought he'd be gone by the time we were up. We did our due diligence, did our research. I think we got to go with the deep threat.
Yeah.
We already got the stifling arms,
Like we already know what those.
and
two
then
guys
also if they're kind of similar, one of them's gonna be there.
True. Got it. I'm cool with that.
You're
I'm
cool
cool
with
with that pick.
All right,
All right.
we're writing it down. This is considered the third pick, right? Because LeBron and Giannis don't count, obviously. So this is the third pick in the
Guys,
draft.
Richard can count.
They're not.
I went up to third grade, and then. Do you guys even care who's being picked
Who are
right
you
now?
picking? Steph Curry?
Steph
Why
Curry.
don't you announce it?
I was waiting for you guys to pay attention.
Greatest shooter in NBA
They're
history.
not going to pick him next. So do we want
Thinking
the big man, or do we want to go with
KD,
long-
LeBron,
they're kinda-
Steph. Could have been the Warriors.
Yeah, because we can go him after. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna go the big man from Cameroon, Joel Embiid.
Wow.
oh yeah.
In the All-Star game,
Why not?
Who's gonna guard him?
no one's going to guard anyone, so everyone's going to rain threes.
I like your first J better,
That's a nice looking J.
That is a pretty nice J. I'll have a nice J after this too.
Yeah.
So
is that allowed? Is that allowed there?
This didn't go the way we thought it was gonna go.
You want to space out
A little
the floor.
curveball, eh?
Yeah.
Space up
so?
the floor.
Yeah. He's
All
definitely
right,
real
we're throwing
hot
in
right now.
we're throwing in another elite defender in our lineup.
The claw.
It worked out
It's
well.
not the Claw. It's Mr. PG himself.
Wow.
PG.
What do we do?
Is that who you said they're not going to pick him next?
No.
I thought you were talking about that.
Okay.
Fuck.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think we just gotta. You don't want to be stuck with this guy. All right, we're gonna take.
Give me flat Earth.
Yeah, we'll take Uncle
do it.
Drew.
All right, that means we don't really have a choice, you got. We got to get Kemba. We have to get a guard, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
my guard's Kawhi
Oh wow,
Leonard.
what a scheme.
Worked out perfectly for us. Paul George, interesting pick.
you'll see what happens.
Take
All
your
right.
Kemba Walker.
Write him down, Kemba Walker.
What is this pen?
You guys did your due diligence, huh?
What? We wanted PG over Kyrie. We already have our point guard.
Hey,
All
you
right,
know,
so-
you do what you want, but
We get 2
You
picks
fucked
here.
up.
We're gonna get the last pick of the starters.
let's take
Kawhi
5.
Leonard. Wow,
take-
last pick of the starters. Interesting.
Yeah, where's your star power?
You have plenty.
That's a good team.
That's a good team.
I like what I'm looking at.
Look at this.
And we are.
Just nice balanced. You got guards, you got forwards, you got a big man.
And
We're getting our big man. We're getting to
Yeah,
it.
you
let's
get yourself a
let's
big
lock it
man.
in. We're gonna
There's
at
only
some point
one-
this week we're gonna play a 2K game, 2-on-2
Yes.
with our all-star teams. It's
that
gonna
would
be a fun
That
time.
would be fun.
Like, there's only
So tune
one
into that.
center that made the
You
starters.
guys will not score a basket.
All right, we'll see. How about you pick the player?
Yeah, we'll pick a fucking player. Who do you want to pick here?
Oh,
Are we doing it?
we're doing it.
We're going to
God.
take D'Angelo Russell.
Oh! Well, you know what, Yigal? They want to talk shit about big men. Let's throw it right back at him. Throw it right back at him.
We couldn't let Richard get his guy.
All right, no,
Had
pick
to
him.
play some good defense there.
A little bit of a reach, but
A
Staying
little
on
bit
the
of a
west.
reach, and we'll go with our Embiid to cancel out. Throw him on.
Davis.
We're
Oh,
going
yeah.
with Anthony
Anthony
Davis.
Davis.
You got to wonder if he's playing.
He's playing.
he's not going to sign a long-term contract with the All-Star.
All right, let's take a look here. Let's get serious now, huh?
Is he even up?
Cross him off there.
Can't believe you took D God.
You would have picked him if we didn't pick him.
No, no.
Nah, we were going Anthony
I'm a-
Davis.
I'm a
all
level
day.
level-headed GM.
Nothing's up to.
That's
we're
why
not leaving
Middleton's
anything up to
next.
chance here.
Going for dubs here, man.
We need a shooter, right? Do we want? Do you want Lillard?
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
I like him more than Clay.
This guy.
No.
Uh,
What do you think?
we
Or
got. We
these
just picked
three
a point
right
guard.
here.
They won't pick him. We can wait around on him, but we don't want to get another guard.
I can't believe you know that.
All right, you want to go?
That's his number.
No, not yet.
For real?
That's like his
Oh, yeah,
thing.
that's his number.
Is he gonna
Playing
cry on the court? We picked Towns. He
All
gonna
right, guys.
ball?
We got a time limit here.
You said we don't want another guard, though.
No, I'm saying if we get him, then we wouldn't be able to get another. We'd have to go big after that. But I think
They're not going to take him. He's probably the best
Yeah.
one
No,
remaining.
let's shore up the guard position. We're gonna go Damian Lillard.
Yeah. So obviously
that.
the next choice.
Were you gonna do it?
Wow, our team is so much better than
Because
yours.
honestly,
It's not
that'll
even
be
fair.
fun to look at.
Yeah.
With our next
Oh,
pick, it'll be fun to look
We're
at.
gonna find out what would happen if LeBron James was on the Warriors, and we're gonna pick Klay Thompson.
Give me that red.
Wow, you got all the Warriors.
You know,
got the Warriors
you're
with
not going to
LeBron.
find that out at all because it's the All-Star team. So.
Can't let anyone
my-
have fun. Not even
Wow.
during the All-Star draft.
No, you're right.
Okay.
It's mostly
So we gotta-
it's mostly Warriors
It
on
is,
the
it
team.
is the Warriors.
So we want to get some size now to combat against Davis coming off the bench.
What do you mean? I'm staring at a guy.
Yeah, you're right. All right, we'll go with the big baby himself, Karl Anthony
There
Towns.
you go. Absolutely.
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 All
One
right.
of the only players
know,
in the league
I
top
think
20
you, I
in
think you guys
defensive
fucked
rating
this
and
pickup,
offensive
to
rating.
be honest.
We're gonna
you guys really fucked that pickup.
Why? Who could you possibly pick? Nikola Jokic?
That's exactly who we're gonna pick.
He's the
He is
fucking
not
man.
even close
He
to
is
better
not
than
better than
Towns.
Towns.
playmaking center
Yo,
who bangs threes.
he's an unbelievable player.
Give him the ball in the post. He's kicking it out to Curry
Carl
or
Anthony,
LeBron.
Carl,
or,
I'm done with this Carl Anthony Towns slander, even from you.
I don't like the guy.
He's
I like
he's one of the
Towns.
only players in the league top 20 in offensive and defensive win shares. So
I like Towns.
We cross
Jokic
these
is
guys
on
out.
the board.
I like Towns. I just
All right.
think Jokic fits
I mean,
our
this is-
scheme better.
This is a pretty easy pick here. I think he's the clear best player left.
he would cry if he drops this low.
Yeah, he would cry, but we're gonna go Russell Westbrook.
You didn't even have him on the list.
I know. I forgot to write it down.
Really, we really think Jokic is better than Towns?
I
I just
personally
think he
do.
fits our squad.
I think he's
Fits our
better.
squad.
Averages like 15 points.
Yo,
Bro,
there,
but
you know
he-
there.
he's
overrated.
There's more than five
Oh,
bench
he's a
players.
good passer.
There's more than 5 bench
Good
players.
passer.
Yeah, he's a great passer.
Good passer.
He's a great passer.
Unbelievable
He's
passer.
the best passing big man
Bro,
in the
you
NBA.
see him throw these
Get rid
touchdowns.
of Dirk
literally
and
right.
Wade.
Who's
right
throwing
there on-
touchdowns?
I would rather have Jokic in last night's game than fucking Goff.
All right, we're up.
That's
All right,
funny.
here's who we got left.
Attitude at the door?
I'm not a fan of
Pissed-
the
he's pissed at me.
fan.
the lack of the shot
Honestly, no, we're going right there.
though. Him?
No.
Him, right?
Yeah.
Did I not
right.
put enough spots?
No,
I thought-
there's 8 reserves.
Really?
Mhm.
Damn.
Undershot
that one.
This might come as a surprise to many, it might not.
But
But
6'7".
we're going with the double B himself, Bradley Beal.
Good player.
No, I wanted him. I wanted to pick him a little earlier.
We're going
I
all out on
didn't.
the shooting. That's what happens in the All-Star game.
Yeah. So they're not playing
We
defense.
go Lamarcus A.
What do we think about that guy?
We're gonna be really guard heavy if we do that.
Yeah.
Look at
I'm a
your
big-
I mean, we're gonna pick another guard eventually, though. Right? We have 3.
we're gonna miss out on him though.
You will.
If we
But he's not a bad fallback.
fuck him.
Second option.
It's not as good as
No respect. Yeah, you're right.
go with the value.
Lamarcus A.
Marcus Aldridge.
Eagle,
We
are
love the West.
Are we set on that? Is that what you think?
Yeah, I'm
Look at
pretty
these,
content
Look at
with
these
that.
numbers, man.
I'm pretty content with that.
We're gonna go
Kornfeld's
with
watching in disgust. Really?
Our team?
It's so much better.
Very surprised that you
We're
didn't
gonna
pick this
murk
man.
them
Yeah,
in 2K.
Very surprised. Blake Griffin.
Aldridge is better.
Yeah, he's better. 26 a game, Blake Griffin.
Aldridge better.
He's having a better season.
26, 8 and 5. I don't know.
Really? Pretty under the radar. Detroit's not
Yeah.
a real team, so nobody even knows anymore.
Where are they in the standings right now?
Nowhere.
Suck.
Should we go with
Do
the
they
guy
even
that we were gonna
have
pick
anyone besides Blake Griffin?
before? Andre Drummond.
Yeah.
But he's been.
Oh, they're
quiet.
9th.
Ain't bad.
They should be better than
Yeah,
that.
no, they should. They should.
We're gonna take
I don't even think-
old Kendall Jenner.
We took Marcus Russell.
D'Angelo Russell. I do not have everyone written down. I have just realized.
Just start a new column.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
We're better at every single position.
And 8. Oops.
Yeah.
Go ahead, pick Vucevic. I dare you. I fucking dare you.
Who didn't you pick?
I don't want him.
Is everyone up there?
These are the starters.
Yeah, so they're all pick.
So we have 1 pick left.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the eighth-
I'm going
You have
him.
2. We have
Him?
1.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not a fan of this one. He's a throwaway.
Kyle Lowry.
I mean, no one else is really good.
Yeah. Cornfield just.
Hey, listen.
He has to be
from the corner.
picked.
Eventually. Yo, he's
I
definitely
disagree.
going to be like
Really?
right before
Yeah.
Wade or Nowitzki like as the last pick.
He's having like a
Him and Chris
stupid good
Middleton.
year.
No, Wade and Dirk
No.
have to be picked.
I'm gonna
They're-
pull up
I'm
the
saying
stat sheets
before
here.
them. They're gonna be the 2 last picks. No one wants them.
I bet Russell's actually picked towards the end and not the first reserve off the board.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh,
a bit
yeah.
ridiculous. First,
We got the
reserve off
first
the bench.
reserves. He's averaging 20 and 12.
Take him.
I think we need the size.
We won't play a minute.
Yeah, we gotta ride the bench. Nikola Vucevic.
All right, which means by default, we
Mr.
cut
Irrelevant.
Middleton from the All-Star game. And we don't draft him.
All right.
Write
you
him
got
down.
Middleton, and
What
you're
a
gonna
skill.
go-
KM,
You
we get first pick.
Yeah.
We're picking Wade, right?
We have to.
Picking
If
Wade.
you don't put LeBron and Wade
Yeah,
together,
you got to pick Wade.
I'll take Dirk.
All right.
that's first
Take
of
the
all, it's
man
not
who
going to
can't run-
happen.
can't
Out
run
of respect for
5 feet down
Dwayne
the
Wade's
court.
career, they're gonna put LeBron and Wade together.
Yeah, that's probably
That's
what's
not
going to happen.
true.
It's his last All
Well,
Star.
LeBron
game.
has first pick of the legend, so he will
But
pick
like,
Wade.
I think Giannis will be like, you know what?
but
let
LeBron
me
has
go.
first pick. He's gonna pick Wade.
No, but you just said that he can't pick Wade.
No, but
No.
they have to be picked
in
last,
the last
but he
ones,
does
he has
have
the
first
first pick.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he's obviously gonna pick Wade.
Absolutely.
All right, so that's the plan. We're going to draft these teams in the game and play.
Is that
Yeah.
even possible?
That should be possible, right?
It's definitely
Okay,
possible.
And I'm just gonna write.
That'd be pretty cool.
We'll never do that.
Yeah, why not?
Who has the game?
I'll buy the game just to do that. Yeah,
We should play each other. You and
bring
me.
his Xbox. Yeah, bring it in here. We'll have 4 controllers. You
When?
can play on the same team.
When are we gonna do that?
Matt just doesn't have time all of a sudden to do anything.
Are we gonna record it?
Yeah.
We're going to do it.
We'll live stream it on Twitch.
That's a good idea. Let's do it right
Stay
now.
tuned. Stay tuned for our promotions of
Yeah.
this NBA 2K game.
It's gonna be. We have to do it before the real game too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So we got a nice shot of the board here. We got our teams. We should make a nice actual list and print it out.
Yeah, my handwriting is.
This
right.
right here. Those 4. That's scary. Tell you what, that's scary.
Davis Clay.
Is he going to play?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's playing. He's gonna
coming
come
back
back in like
soon.
a couple games.
It's okay. We got you.
Hope his finger's okay.
I'm sure he'll be fine, and I'm sure he'll play in the game once he gets traded to LA, so he can team up with LeBron.
All right.
All right, you ready to end it?
Yeah.
Yigal,
Our
how did it
team-
feel to be
Felt really
on the
good.
Memo?
K-
Thanks for being our
K-
first guest.
Yeah, welcome back
KM.
anytime.
Yeah, of course, anytime, man.
Yo, anytime
KM.
you guys want to have me, it was a
K-
good ass time.
KM.
Doesn't deserve his full name written out.
Yeah, trash.
The last 2 start with a K. No one cares about them.
How much nicer does my side look with the
Yeah.
proper
I mean,
format? Who?
Our team has more star power.
Our team has more depth.
Who needs depth in the All-Star game?
They're all going to get
We
minutes.
need depth.
The starters play the most.
Davis probably won't play very
yo,
much.
honestly, I'm looking at your team, looking at our team.
Our team is so much better.
All right, you just look at the
Look at
teams.
these guys.
Who has the best player on the floor? D'Angelo Russell, so they're going to win.
Exactly.
All
It should be a good
we
matchup.
have the Warriors with LeBron.
Yeah, so
That's an interesting point that you just made.
it's definitely. All right, let's call it, and we'll all start getting prepared for this epic matchup. Thank you for tuning in to the Memo.
Are you good at 2K?
I'm not even good in 2K, so
Trash.
Oh,
you know
look at
it.
this
Thank you for
guy.
tuning in.
Can I sub in
Please
corn for
subscribe on
Alex?
YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, whatever you listen on, and share with your friends. And once again, thank you, Yigal, for joining us, and you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you, Rafa, for your.
Yes,
For
thank you
your,
for your call. Thank you, Mom, Dad,
Thank you, Jesus.
and we're out.